Poetry changes lives, poetry's history, a thought for the day, all in this one book. You can get it at the poetrychangeslives.com website if you have a mind to. Well, on this day in 1854, one of the greatest ever French poets, Arthur Rimbaud, was born. He was remarkable in many ways. He was born in the Ardennes in northern France, went to Paris as a teenager, was befriended by the older, married, and very decadent poet Paul Verlaine. The two had a scandalous love affair fueled by drugs and alcohol, and it ended when Verlaine shot Rimbaud with a revolver, slightly wounding him. Rimbaud's poetry is a magnificent, awe-inspiring firework of genius that exploded for a few years and then ceased abruptly. He wrote all his poetry by the age of 21, then stopped writing altogether, although he lived on until the age of 37. He went to become a sort of a merchant in the Middle East. He felt his inspiration came from excess and degradation, as he tried to explain in a letter like this. I'm now making myself as scummy as I can. Why? I want to be a poet, and I'm working at turning myself into a seer. You won't understand any of this, and I'm almost incapable of explaining it to you. The idea is to reach the unknown by the derangement of the senses. It involves enormous suffering, but one must be strong and be a born poet. It's really not my fault. Well, many poets have sought inspiration in this way, notably Dylan Thomas, who called himself the Rimbaud of Coomdonkin Drive. That, of course, is the name of the street in Swansea where Dylan Thomas grew up as a child. Rimbaud lived on, as we say, to the age of 37, and I'm going to give an example of his writing. This is in translation, of course, but gives you an idea. It's from his poem, The Flower. From a terrace of gold among threads of silk, grey gauze, green velvets, and crystal discs that darken like bronze in the sun, I watch the foxglove open on a carpet of silver filigree, eyes and hair, yellow gold coins sprinkled on agate, mahogany columns supporting an emerald dome, bunches of white satin and fine sprays of rubies surround the rose of water. Like a god with vast blue eyes and snowy forms, sea and sky, hosts of young and vigorous roses onto the terraces of marble. Isn't that extraordinary imagery? Today I give thanks for the appearance of genius into our perhaps mundane lives. Thanks for listening.